Imagine you're working at Costco. At the entrance, there is a booth where shoppers fill out forms to show interest in furnaces or air conditioners. Those slips turn into phone calls, appointments, and sales commissions. Hi, I'm Amandeep Singh, and I'm from Cloudiverse CPAs in Burnaby. Let me share a tax case that shows how important proper documentation is when claiming employment expenses. Jean-Marie Robillard was a commissioned salesperson. He sold heating and cooling systems under the Lennox brand. On his tax return, he claimed expenses under paragraph 8 subsection 1F of the Income Tax Act, which allows commissioned employees to deduct certain expenses that are required to do their job. The CRA reviewed his 2016 and 2017 returns. They allowed his car expenses but denied two other deductions. $20,000 per year, he said, went to his spouse late for making calls and booking appointments. Smaller amounts, he said, went to a man named Fernand Doucet, who referred him to potential customers. Here's what the court decided. First, the payments to his spouse, he argued that she helped with customer calls and scheduling, but there was no contract, no call logs, no invoices, and no bank deposits in her name. The payments were really household expenses, things like joint mortgage payments and cash withdrawals. And without a clear trail, the court said these were non-deductible, unfortunately. Next, the payments to Fernand Doucet. He was known locally for removing old furnaces and sometimes connected with the taxpayer with new clients. The taxpayer produced invoices with GST and QST numbers and receipts signed by Doucet for cash payments. Even though cash raised some doubt, the judge believed the evidence was strong enough to show these were real referral fees paid for business purposes. Those expenses were allowed. So the final outcome, no deduction for spouse, but the referral fees to Doucet was accepted. The CRA has to reassess the tax return based on that. The takeaway here is simple. If you want to claim an expense, especially with family members, you need proper documentation. Use contracts, keep logs of the work, pay in a traceable way, and always connect the expense to the income you're earning. For referrals, show who referred the client, what deal was closed, and why the payment amount made sense. At Cloudiverse CPAs in Burnaby, we act like your Google Maps for income tax. Whether it's CRA audits, employment expenses, or tax planning for small businesses. We guide you step by step so your records and deductions hold up with confidence. Thanks for watching. I'm Amandeep Singh and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye.